explain about exponent rules. So we have 5 rules here. Let's start with the first one. A to the n times a to the m equals a to the n plus m. So, for example, let's pretend the number, we have the equation, let's say a equals 2. So we have the equation 2, we'll have n equal maybe 1, and we'll have m equal 2 also. Alright, so then we have 2 to the 1 times 2 to the 2 should be equal to 2 to the n plus m, which is 1 plus 2. So that means 2 to the 1 times 2 to the 2 is equal to 2 to the 1 plus 2, which equals 2 cubed. And that should equal 8. So that's how we do the first example. For the second one, we have a to the n parentheses to the m is equal to a to the n times m. So let's use the same variables that we have here. A equals 2, n equals 1, m equals 2. We would have then parentheses 2 to the 1 and then to the 2 is equal to the same as a to the n times m. So that would be 2 to the n times m, 1 times 2, oops, which is equal to 2, and 1 times 2 is just equal to 2, so 2 squared, and that is equal to 4. So then we have 2 to the 1, then to the 2, would just equal 4. For the third rule, we have parentheses a times b, and then to the n, is equal to a to the n times b to the n. So if we let's use the same example, same variables here, except we'll just have b equal to, how about 3? Oops. All right, so then we would have parentheses 2 times b, which is 3. 2 times 3, then to the n, which is 1, equals a to the n, which is 2 to the 1, times b to the n, so times 3 to the 1. And this would equal, well, 2 to the 1 is just 2, so that's 2, and 3 to the 1 is just 3, times 3, which is equal to 6. So then we have here, parentheses 2 times 3 to the 1 is just equal to 6. Now the fourth rule says a to the n divided by a to the m is equal to a to the n minus m. So let's say we'll use the same variables as we have. A to the n would just be 2 to the 1 divided by, 2 to the 1 divided by a to the n, which is 2 to the 2, should equal a to the n minus m. So that would be 2 to the n minus m, 1 minus 2. And that would be this equal to 2 to the negative 1. And when you have a negative fraction, then that's just equal to 1 over 2 to the 1, which is equal to 1/2. Now our last rule is parentheses a divided by b, and then to the n, is equal to a to the n divided by b to the n. So using the same variables here, we would have parentheses 2 divided by 3 to the 1 is equal to 2 to the 1 divided by 3 to the 1, which is the same as 2 divided by 3. And that is our answer, because 2, so that means that 2 divided by 3 all to the 1 is just equal to 2/3. And there we have all the examples to the exponent rules.